Any issue in the Daily Show today? We saw Rob and Jamie have got some sort of antagonism going on there, and Katie nominated Rob.
Yeah, they've probably been discussing it, but not discussing it because we know they're not allowed to discuss nominations.
Is it possible to do it secretly in the house?
Oh, yeah.
It is. Oh, we'll be back with more shortly. Time now for new house lovebird Galen to nominate. Now, last week he nominated Jade for being sarcastic and pulling away from the group, and Camilla for whinging. So let's see who Galen's gunning for this week.
Galen, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
This week I nominate Camilla for 2 points. In specific this week, she did something that sort of got on my nerves. After our task party on Saturday, she stole all the lollies. I mean, it's happened to us in the past and we've all been punished for it. Everyone seems to have learnt their lesson. But she took everything before anyone had even had any, ran to the room, which resulted in everything being taken off us. And that pretty much bugged me a fair bit.
You want her evicted for taking lollies? Why?
Yeah. But it's just typical. She does things without thinking, you know. Sometimes she does everything. She always thinks, and there's a scapegoat. She says, "Oh, I'm only joking." If I had $1 for every time she said that, I'd be rich.
You've nominated her almost every week. Why haven't you resolved your issues with her?
Because no matter what I say or what I do, it just seems she keeps doing the same things again. It's pointless.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction and why?
This week I nominate Danielle for 1 point. I just don't seem to get along with her too much. She doesn't really have a personality.
Is that your fault or hers?
Well, I don't think she's got a personality that I take a great liking to. She's not vibrant like the others. Last week in the chore groundskeeper, I found myself and Ash doing most of the cleaning up, so I think she did a pretty poor effort of that. And I just
Get to the point, what are you actually nominating her for?
Well, I find her the most expendable in the house.
That is all.
Bad label, expendable. 4 housemates have dimmed the lights in the diary room chair, so we're a third of the way through and it's time to throw some light on the tally so far. Let's take a look. Okay, Camilla has 5, Danielle has 3, Rob has 2, Ashley has 1 and Crystal has 1. Okay, so Camilla clearly leading there. Coming up, plenty more nomination nightmares and more insightful interruptions from Jade. As a hairdresser, a model and a man in a love triangle all try to dodge a Big Brother tongue lashing. And after that, the new Australian heartthrob joins us, Dino. Tip from his Big Brother throne, but he will be joining us shortly. Welcome back to Big Brother Live nominations, where we're currently ploughing the nomination field with Jade. Now, right now, it's time to cross to the diary room for John's nomination. Now, last week, John nominated Rob because he thinks he's untrustworthy and Camilla because she complains too much. But, of course, John's vision has been blurred by emotional turmoil since last week. So I wonder if this will affect his nomination target.
John, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
Nominate Rob for 2 points. I don't like the way he tries to dictate the way the group should be run at oftentimes, whether it be what to cook, how to cook, when to clean, how to clean.
You're not nominating for the group. You're nominating for yourself. Do it.
I don't like the way he tries to dictate group activity. I don't like the way he tries to take over cooking, tries to tell people who should clean, when to clean, and certain input in group activity and how he tries to sort of control that. The way it's sort of run, I don't like that. I think the group isn't mature enough to decide when certain things should be done, and I don't think
You're not nominating for the group. That's your last warning.
Okay, I don't like the way he does that, and it makes me irritated and uncomfortable and annoyed when he does that.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction and why?
I nominate Dave for 1 point for eviction. He has certain... I don't like the way he pushes his set beliefs and morals on life onto certain individuals, including me. Okay, I don't like the way he does it to me. He makes... I feel that he thinks his way of life is the right way of life, and if you're any different to that, I often think he challenges you, and I don't like the way he challenges me in particular about certain aspects of my personality. Although it may be constructive criticism, it creates self-doubt and uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable in the house.
That is all.
Thank you.
Sort of kinder ads.
Yeah, they want a toy.
Crystal, to the diary room.
Size.
Yeah, that's right. Did you? I've got a drill at the start. You want to realise what I was going to say. Start with me. That's right.
Crystal, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
Okay, for 2 points I nominate Rob. Sometimes I find him to be kind of, he is domineering and a bit bossy, like in the kitchen and things, and he tries to instigate ideas when sometimes we're not in the mood and tries to get everyone to do things that he wants to do when other people aren't really comfortable doing it. And like,
Crystal, you're rambling. Get to the point. What are you saying about him?
I'm just saying that he's domineering and pretty highly strung, and he kind of insinuated that we were a bit immature in this house, and because we have fun and stuff, and he sort of made me feel a bit belittled and uncomfortable. So yeah, and other than that, he just tries to boss us around the kitchen and takes control when, yeah. You're
not nominating for the group, you're nominating for yourself.
Yeah, for myself. He belittled me and it made me feel uncomfortable because he tried to boss me around and tried to instigate certain group activities and stuff when I was too busy. I had other things on my mind, like nominating more important things, and didn't really have the time of day. So, yeah, it just was irritating me.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction and why?
1 point for eviction, I nominate Katie. Sometimes I find she's a bit inconsiderate of people, like when you're trying to sleep and stuff, keeps you awake, and she's also a bit messy, which annoys me because like today I got in trouble for her, and sometimes she makes me feel uncomfortable if I'm talking to Jamie because I know she gets jealous, and I think that's kind of wrecked our friendship because I've tried to stay clear of Jamie, and yeah, I would rather
you want
be
her evicted because she's jealous of you, is that right?
No, not jealous of me. I mean, like, she just doesn't like, she feels uncomfortable when other girls talk to Jamie, and I think that yeah, it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to feel guilty for something that I'm not trying to do. So, yeah, and also because, like, other things, like not being inconsiderate, and a couple of times caught her out, like, being sneaky or, like, untruthful and things like that, or talking behind my back.
The time is up.
Okay.
That is all.
Thank you.
Okay, she just scraped through. You've got a 2-minute time limit with that. Now, what were your thoughts on those? Actually, I want to ask you, how are people going to do this secret talk of nominating?
What you do is that you pick one thing that's unique to the person and you kind of mention something that they've done. And there's always something unique about someone in the house. So it's like Claire and David talking today. They were talking about, I figured, Danielle, about her ring. And they were picking out certain points about her and people she might have talked to, and they use the word she, so you can narrow it down a bit. And most people know who you're talking about by the way you speak about them.
But how do you know that means they're going to nominate the person?
If someone keeps going on and on about what they're doing, you can kind of tell. It's a bit
All right,
obvious.
There's a challenge. So you reckon David and Claire are going to nominate Danielle?
I reckon Claire might nominate Danielle because of the trust issue, and I think David might be a little bit affected by the love triangle and of the lying.
Well, you landed on the line. We'll have to see what happens. All right, it's time now for Rob, who last week attracted only 1 nomination point. He's clearly exceeded that tonight even so far, and that point was from John for being fake and untrustworthy. On Saturday night, however, Rob was incandescent with rage over his fellow housemates' foul mouths and bottom burps, which forced the house to lose last week's Ladies and Gentlemen task. So let's see if he's still angry with the culprits tonight.
Rob, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
2 points for eviction this week. First up goes to Kate. I find myself having to step over continuously around her stuff, which she has sprawled all over the bedroom. This place is not a holiday resort, and I will not resort to being a mother figure and having to chase her to clean up her own mess.
Have you told her to?
I've approached her on different angles regarding this situation.